Howdy everyone, this is Josh here. Today I want to talk about a $10 camera I recently bought that reminds me a lot of the look of film. So today we're heading out here east of Lexington. We're going to go to a beautiful set of little trails and do some walking around and taking some photos with this thing and talk about it for a minute. So without further ado, let's get out there. So a few things I really love about this camera is the fact that it only cost me $10, and the photos that this produced create an aesthetic that is equally as cool as or very similar to the look of natural film. And the thing that makes it so unique is that it's only a fraction of the price to get into. Another thing that just makes this so cool, and I know this sounds kind of cliche and kind of weird, but it's fun. It is so incredibly fun to shoot with something like this and be creative with something like this, especially in the field of photography. Nowadays, everyone's so bogged down with trying to get the best camera or the best crisp looking photo, when sometimes it is just, there's a spider, or sometimes it can just be incredibly fun to just buy a $10 camera, not have to worry about hauling around $5,000, and just go have fun again. And that's why I love this little thing so much. I take it with me everywhere I go when I travel because it is just so much fun to play around with. And if you've seen any of my shorts or anything, you'll know that I enjoy using it because it's just so much fun and it creates amazing looking photos. So let's talk specifics for a second. This camera I have here, and the one I've been using in a lot of my shorts and videos, is the Olympus C-3000 zoom. This camera actually came out over 20 years ago. It's older than I am. And it's dated because of that, obviously. With just 3.3 megapixel photos, you're going to be looking at very, very, very low resolution in comparison to what a lot of people get today. Forgot to mention, the card you actually shoot on straight up looks like a mini floppy disk. It's called Olympus's Smart Media Cards, and they came out in the late 90s and early 2000s as an alternative to film. And you have to buy this very specific looking card reader as well to be able to even look at any of the photos. But they are still JPEGs, so you can still edit them in traditional softwares, which is good news. But yeah, it's a very weird media system for sure, especially for a camera. But again, it's what you had in the late 90s and early 2000s, so can't be complaining too much at least. So would I recommend buying something like this? Yes. If you are just starting out in photography, or you've been doing it for a little while, or you're just using your smartphone right now and you're trying to find some really cool, innovative ways to be able to take photos, buy it. It is $10. I think in total, after a card reader, I ended up paying like $21 to be able to use this thing. And it's so much fun. I bought rechargeable batteries for it, so I'm able to not constantly have to burn AA's. And it's just fun. It brings the fun back into photography. Shooting old digital cameras is so much fun because it's not supposed to look great. It's all about just trying to capture the coolest looking image possible with the oldest technology you can possibly get your hands on. And that's what makes it so fun. So I 100% recommend it. Try to find a cool looking digi, which anywhere on eBay you can find them. Facebook Marketplace also has them. You can even look around on Instagram, you can find them sometimes there. But they are so much fun to use. I mean, you've been seeing the photos on the screen throughout this video. That's what it's capable of. And it's not the best in the world, but you're not going to be getting the best because it's over 20 years old. It is so much fun. And it brings me back to my early days because this is what my childhood was captured on. And that's why it's so much fun to me. But it's going to be different for everyone, but I 100% recommend this for anyone who's looking to get into this art. When all said and done, this little camera is amazing. If you have $10 and you're interested in photography, look into old digital cameras. It's an amazing way that you can get amazing aesthetics without having to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get into film. So if you're thinking about getting into film or just looking to play with some more interesting aesthetics for creativity, invest in an old digital camera. So if you like the one that I got, it was only like 10 bucks on eBay. It may have gone up a little bit, but it's not going to be too expensive. But look into it, go out there, be creative, explore, and have fun. So that's the big message of today's video, and I'm going to go ahead and get back in the JRV and hit the road. So Have a good one.